Hello guys, and welcome back to another brilliant stream. This is going to be welcome along. So this is the big one again for another good season, whatever, for the Euros of the 2024 based in Germany. Yesterday England, we beat the other team by 1 goal. It was a bit of a tricky game, but we won it, and that is all that matters. So we now got the 3 points on the suit. So now here we are again. So we're going to be listening to the live commentating for this big event for the another group stage today. I'm sorry with my spelling. I'm really rubbish with it this today, but we are going to update the UI for that as well. So welcome aboard, welcome everyone to joining in today. We got 2 streams today. We got let's see, we've got loads to get through. Let me just nope. Sorry guys. So in the comment section, no, not comment section, in the what they call it, in the description place where you can click on a link and you can join my Discord server. And yeah, so welcome to my Discord server if you guys can join that. So guys, please, thank you all for joining. It means a lot for you guys to join, and that will be appreciated. But we're gonna find out what what this one is called, because I cannot figure it out. But we will begin we will listen to the live commentator right now, but what we're going to need to do is learn more. I agree then. So I'm gonna get the AI to work for you to hit. Right, let me just, oh crud. So sorry guys. Oh, go away, cat. I need to see something.
Belgium vs Slovakia.
Belgium. Oh, stop. Stop. Sorry, Belgium. So we're playing. So it's going to be Belgium versus Slovakia. Belgium versus Slovakia. So that is going to be a big one today. So welcome everyone to the for this. Let me just get into this. So anyway, I will update the live feed for the UI. But then I will get you there. So let me just, sorry guys, you can see a black screen. Let me just change it to here. Okay, it's being an absolute idiot. Okay, it's being an idiot. No, you're not having that. Go away. No, not for you. Thank you. Sorry, my cat's being annoying. And you, go away. No, I don't want you. Go away, you stupid thing. Sorry. Alright. Alright, why is it not working? Alright, guys, for some reason, it's not working the way I wanted it. So, this is starting to get on my wick. Why is it doing that? Alright, guys, I'm very sorry for what's going on. For some odd reason, it's not working the way I want it. Okay, I'm gonna have to... this is so annoying, Rose. Oh, stop, please, stupid cat. Um, Sorry, guys, I should have done this before I started the stream. Oh, there we go. For goodness sake, it took for ages. Lord almighty. Alright, there you go. Now I've got it to work. No! Stop! Oh, for goodness sake, guys. Get out! Get out! Get out! Get out! Go! Get out! Go away! I said go away, thank you. Stupid cat. It's getting on my nerves. Oh, well, sorry about that, guys. My cat was being absolutely annoying. Anyway, so we're playing, it's gonna be Bear. Slovakia. So this is it. So I am going to be getting the live commentating up. So please be I'm gonna leave you to sorry guys, this is annoying me. Alright, I'm gonna leave you with the black screen with the music. See you in a minute. This is starting to get on my wick.
Look to break.
Belgium have never lost to Slovakia, but this is their first competitive meeting and first game since 2013 as well. This is Belgium's 7th appearance at a European Championship. Their best result was winning it, or getting to the final, I should say, in Euro 1980. The teams are lining up in the tunnel then. You can hear already the crowd getting whipped up for this one. Romania beating Ukraine 3-0 earlier on has given them the advantage already in Group E. So either Belgium or Slovakia will want to do the same today in Frankfurt. The teams then about to make their way out. Let's hand you over to your commentary team of Dean Ashton and Nigel Adderley.
Thank you, Natalie. Good afternoon once again. And Belgium have been the favourites to win tournaments for a generation, but just like England 20 years ago, they produce moments of brilliance, but never when it really matters. Slovakia are huge underdogs today, but have a team full of players who are battle-hardened, and they have been part of successful teams domestically in Europe, and they will believe this is a massive opportunity for them today. Is this the occasion when Belgium will finally deliver at an international tournament? We have been waiting for so many years, but for so many of these legendary names, it is a case of now or never. And Belgium against Slovakia coming up on TalkSport following the national anthems.
If you are able to, please stand up for the national anthems, starting with Slovakia.
Yeah, I'm very sorry, guys. I had to unmute it because I get copyrighted if we listen to that. But here we go. Here we go. For Belgium and Slovakia, this will be welcome to the Euros 2024. Here we go!
For both Belgium and Slovakia after a real surprise earlier on in Dusseldorf, with Romania winning 3-0 against much fancied Ukraine. Here are the two teams once again. 6 English-based players in the Belgium starting lineup. 2 more are currently out on loan from Premier League clubs. Casteels in goal. Castagna, Weiss, De Bast and Carrasco across the back. Carrasco playing at left back is a surprise. Mangala and Onana holding in midfield. Trossard, De Bruyne and Doku behind Lukaku in attack. Slovakia, Dubravka in goal. Petkovic, Vavro, Skriniar and Hansko the back 4. Kuchka, Lobotka and Duda in midfield. Schranz, Bozanic and Haraslam in attack. Bastian Dankert of Germany is the VAR official. Umit Mela of Turkey is our on-field official, with Serdar Gozubiot of the Netherlands inside the technical areas. And the two captains, Kevin De Bruyne and Milan Skriniar, who were on opposite sides in the Champions League final when Manchester City beat Inter at the end of last season, here at the end of the current one, in action for the first time at Euro 2024. Indeed, is this Belgium's time, or will they flatter to deceive once again?
Well, of course, they've still got some of the so-called golden generation here at this tournament, none more so than Kevin De Bruyne and Lukaku, but they've also got some fresh players into the squad. They've got a slightly different style in the way that they defend. They've been much better defensively under Tedesco, and they look to break with such pace. So if Slovakia at any point get drawn out of their positions and the ball is lost, watch how quickly Belgium just push forwards and show that pace. But I think Slovakia will look to dig in, make this difficult and deny De Bruyne space.
And can Slovakia get forward themselves? Because you look down their list, they don't have too many out-and-out goal scorers in the squad.
No, they don't. I think it'll be fleeting, their attacks. But if they can as well win free kicks, get set plays, they're a big team, fantastic in the air, and have shown that throughout qualification. So that could be where they're a real threat.
It's a last dance for the golden generation. Belgium kicking off yet another major tournament against a Slovakian side who were in top 5 when the draw was made, down among the minnows, but they overperformed to reach their 3rd successive Euro, and they will be confident of an upset here today in Frankfurt, in the stadium where England will feature on Thursday. It is Slovakia who get the match underway against Belgium in Group E on TalkSport already today. Romania beating Ukraine by 3-0. Later on TalkSport we have Austria against France from Group D, following the Netherlands victory against Poland yesterday. And it's Slovakia wearing all white, defending the goal away to our left in the first half. Already they try and play out. Skriniar put on early pressure, and he has given up a throw into Belgium on the far side there right.
Yeah, fascinating. Straight away, as soon as Slovakia had that ball back with their centre-backs, Belgium dropped right into their own half. No interest whatsoever of looking to press high. They left De Bruyne up there with Lukaku, and that is the slight difference now. They look to sit in, they look to be narrow, compact defensively, and they're then happy to break with such pace and quality that they have.
Fast plays it wide to the far side, and Castagna, the Fulham man, with a long ball forward onto the chest of Skriniar, and Slovakia will try and break themselves. Bozanic, though, beaten to it by Fast, but at the moment the white shirts are quicker to the ball around the centre circle, and it's worked wide to this near side and the 37-year-old Petar Petkarik, who plays in the German second division with Hertha Berlin. This is 128th appearance for his country this afternoon. A long ball played forward again, looking for Bozanic, and he will look to pull on to Wout fast at every opportunity, but on this occasion the ball beats them both, and it's all the way back to Cohen Casteels defending the Belgian goal away to our right.
Yeah, and just an early point, Leandro Trossard starting on the left-hand side rather than the right. Wondered whether Doku would start on the left, but I think with Carrasco playing as a left-back, Trossard then drifting in off that left-hand side just gives Carrasco all that space down the left as Doku's away.
Doku is away now for Belgium, down the right-hand side, rides two challenges, has Lukaku inside the penalty area, away from a third, infield towards De Bruyne, Lukaku with the shot blocked by Dubravka, and Romelu Lukaku, who broke records for his goal scoring in the qualification, almost gives Belgium the lead within 3 minutes.
Frightening pace and dribbling ability already from Doku. Gets away from 3 challenges, gets himself in towards the penalty area, picks out De Bruyne, and then it gets really messy. De Bruyne is stretching, hits Lukaku on the thigh. He actually does really well to adjust and try and half volley it on the stretch, but too close to Dubravka, and it just hits him straight in the chest, either side, and it's a goal for Lukaku, who was on the stretch.
14 goals in 8 games for Romelu Lukaku during qualification, breaking a record once set by Cristiano Ronaldo. He has 11 goals in 22 games in major finals, but 9 of those have come in the group stage, which maybe tells you all you need to know about Belgium's progress in previous competitions. We have 2 Italian coaches in charge today, Domenico Tedesco of Belgium and Francesco Calzona for Slovakia. He was also the interim manager at Napoli towards the end of the season as well. A job share. Slovakia prepared for this competition as Bozanic plays it wide to this near side, and Schranz, and Calzona is supported and assisted by Marek Hamšík, the most famous player from Slovakia's recent times, their record caps holder and goal scorer. I remember him giving England a real lesson in how to keep the ball back in 2016 when both teams qualified for the round of 16.
That was going to be a goal, but there was no
played
goal
on
there.
TalkSport. Belgium 0, Slovakia 0 in Frankfurt in Group E. And if you've just joined us, a real surprise earlier, which we brought you over on TalkSport 2. Many people talking about Ukraine as dark horses in this tournament, and so often that proves to be dangerous talk, and it was today because Romania beat them 3-0.
Yeah, and of course both of these sides will have been watching that eagerly.
We don't know who's going to win this right now, but whoever wins this
before this game. And I think from a Slovakian point of view, if Belgium are going to give them
Slovakia can get a goal here today, this is going to be massive.
How will they play out? Well,
I'm going to predict it now. I think Slovakia is going to get the first goal here
alongside the 2 centre backs and allow the 2 full backs to go. What a ball!
Doku again forward towards Lukaku. He's onside beyond Dubravka. He's forced wide, but now Trossard inside the penalty area. Crosses high, and Dubravka does brilliantly to leap above Lukaku. He just about gets something on the ball and manages to grasp it at the second attempt.
Oh, I think it just felt as if that ball in towards Lukaku
I think it's Slovakia, guys.
Just overhit.
And I think Slovakia might score a goal.
And what you've got to do as a goalkeeper,
I've just looked online. I think that Slovakia just got a goal.
That when the striker, as Lukaku did there, the minute the striker turns and then all of a sudden looks up, he sees the goalkeeper there. Just panics slightly, Lukaku. Big touch away, and Trossard just didn't give him the ball back.
Now Harrison at the other end does well to avoid a goal kick, and Belgium have a corner by the.
Is that onside?
Throw-in by the corner flag on the far side, but already we have seen the pace of.
I think it's onside, guys.
A real feature for Manchester City in a number of key games this season. Of course, scored in the FA Cup final in a losing cause. But now a dangerous ball into the penalty area from him, and here was an opportunity for Slovakia, and they've scored.
Yes!
With the Slovakia, and that is a defensive calamity from Belgium.
Oh, holy cow!
Lovely little he's
They've done
onside.
it.
He is. Lovely
Oh
little
my
flick
God,
to start
come
with
on!
from Schranz.
Woo!
And then Bozanic with the strike. Good save in the
Holy
end from
cow, I'm buzzing.
Castile, but then it fell to Schranz. He did everything right, kept it low, which all you
I
can do
am
from a tight
buzzing,
angle.
absolutely
goes
buzzing,
just
guys. Get
of
in,
Castile.
come on!
And they've taken full advantage of a horrible mistake.
What a good mistake
we were
as
bigging
well,
up
though.
Jeremy Doku, but that was
Wow,
absolutely dreadful.
get
In the
in.
opening minutes of the opening game in a
Come
major
on.
tournament. And
What a
Slovakia
goal.
making the most of the opportunity. Ivan Schranz. They've had the VAR check, and it was a simple one for Bastian Dankert because he was clearly onside, even though the flag was raised in the stadium. And Slovakia lead Belgium by 1-0. And the golden generation are under pressure already.
But it's their own doing. I mean, Doku, like I said, didn't need to go and get involved down in the right-back position. Tried to be clever with a little sort of roll of the ball over with the underside of his boot and then pass it to Fast. He got it horribly wrong and they were onto them straight away. I've got to say, Schranz, to start with, that little Cruyff flick into the path. I think it was actually Kuzka in the end who took the strike. Castiles parries it. Schranz is there to finish really calmly in the end.
Well, we saw Italy concede the quickest ever goal in European Championship history against Albania on Saturday night. They came back to lead very quickly, but what can Belgium do here after two good early opportunities? They find themselves a goal down, and Haraslan is away now down the left-hand side for Slovakia again, but this time he's just crowded out by Castagna. It was an excellent ball forward from Kuchka to find him, and now Slovakia, in the early stages at least, with 9 minutes played, have Belgium where they want them, a goal up, and they can hit on the counter-attack.
Oh, it'll really annoy Domenico Tedesco because they've been so much better defensively, Belgium, especially in recent games. 5 clean sheets in 6, and then just to gift Slovakia that goal.
Well, it was Wout Fasu was appealing for offside, but he stood there appealing for offside and played Schranz on. Now Doku at the other end, looking to come forward and redeem his error, looking to break into the penalty area beyond Duda. Duda goes down, and Doku complains, saying he was pulled back, but in the end, Umit Mele, the referee, in his first ever match at a major tournament, has given the free kick to Slovakia, who lead by 1-0 on TalkSport with 10 minutes played.
Just about had enough strength there, Duda, to just halt Doku. He looks so, I mean, I know he's made the mistake, but he's looked so dangerous already from that right-hand side.
Dangerous in both penalty areas.
Yes.
Now a long ball played forward again, Fast beating Bozanic in the air, but Bozanic is quicker to the second ball. De Bastas lost out to Bozanic again, and in the end it ricochets out of play on this near side, and I think that Belgium have been penalised for handball. It was again Kuchka who was causing the problems. Well, he was the player who touched the ball with his hand, but the question is, did De Bas foul him first? Well, a free kick has been given to Slovakia, and an opportunity for them to send their considerable height forward, and Denis Vavro and Milan Skriniar are rumbling towards the Belgian penalty area on a warm evening in Frankfurt, with Slovakia leading Belgium by 1-0. The free kick from Duda, high into the penalty area, flicked on by Schranz, nodded back in towards the penalty spot, but in the end the flag is raised for offside. It was Vavro who nodded the ball back, but the flag was raised and the free kick has been given to Belgium, who look rattled at the moment.
Yeah, they do. That was a pretty clear one, though, from Vavro. Just when that initial contact came and it was flicked towards the back post, Vavro had just gone a fraction early, but it's really given them a boost, hasn't it, Slovakia? And also I think the fact that Belgium had dropped off them right from the start of the game.
De Bruyne now with a high diagonal wide to the far side, looking for Doku. We've seen that on so many occasions in sky blue shirts this season in the Premier League, but on this occasion it just skips away from Doku, and it will be a throw-in to Slovakia, and it will be very interesting to see how Doku responds here, because incredibly talented, but a young player, 22 years of age, and that has got to play on his mind.
Yeah, it does. It does as a player. But I think try and give him the ball as much as possible in an attacking area, and that's the way he's going to almost redeem himself, if you like, with his attacking play.
Laurent Mangala on loan at Lyon from Nottingham Forest this season, alongside the Everton midfielder Amadou Onana for Belgium today. De Bruyne with the captain's armband. He's been caught by Pekarik, and it will be a free kick for Belgium, about 30 yards out, just left of centre on this near side. So many Belgian players, of course, feature in the Premier League, and it is Premier League fixture release day tomorrow from 9 a.m. on the TalkSport network and online, and also on social media. And the Ipswich player Connor Chaplin will be a guest on TalkSport Breakfast, looking ahead to that tomorrow. De Bruyne with the free kick high into the penalty area beyond both Mangala and Lukaku, and I think a free kick's been given anyway for a nudge on Pekarik. And Slovakia have been gifted a dream start here.
Yeah, Belgium will again look to their experienced players, as did Italy the other night, to remain calm, to remain focused on the way that they're playing. And you can sense that when that ball goes in towards De Bruyne in midfield, that's where Slovakia are going to be really tight. But they've looked to switch it, Belgium, quickly, and a couple of times Doku and Carrasco on the other side will try and use the width.
And now Belfast getting too familiar with Robert Bozanic in the centre circle. He concedes the free kick. Jan Vertonghen on the bench here today, and it's a relatively inexperienced central defensive pairing of De Bast and Fass rather diving in again against Bozanic, and Bozanic will love that.
Yeah, he will, but that is a feature of this Belgium side, is the centre-backs in particular very, very aggressive when that ball goes up towards the forward players, and that's where they like to try and stop the attacks or let it run through to the goalkeeper.
Here they go. So I'm going to stop the live commentating for just a second. Belgium going for a throw. Belgium still got the ball in their hands here now, pushing up there in the Slovakia's half. And Slovakia is 1-0, 1 up from Belgium. Belgium have the ball still in their hands. Here they go, pushing up towards their half. Here they go. Pushing up, here they go. Getting closer to the penalty box here today. Oh my goodness, this could be a good shot here now. And then, oh my goodness, this could be intense. Number 9 has the ball here. Now they're going for a shot. Here they go, go! And oh, went out for a corner. That could be a goal kick. That was getting really intense then. So this is getting more and more intense as the game goes on. And Slovakia have the ball in their hands. Now the goalie has it in their hands here in the penalty box here. Belgium are trying to push them, and they got it in out. And a nice header there, but Belgium have the ball in again. And Slovakia got it. Now Belgium's got it. And oh, that was almost a penalty. Oh, someone's gone down.
Nana is the player down and in need of some treatment. Played alongside Amadou Onana for Everton. What's his very best position in midfield, you think? He can play number 6, he can play number 2.
And it's going to be a free kick, I think. No, it's not. It's just a kick for Belgium. Have the ball. Still have the ball. Nice, nice thing there. Whoa! I'll put the commentation back on now so you guys can hear.
Many people's favourites to win the tournament, or We'll see them this evening. As Wout Faes with that shock of hair gathers midway inside the Belgium half, but play has been halted because Onana has a problem inside the centre circle.
Yeah, he's just gone up and over the top of Duda and just fell awkwardly on his hip. Onana gives him that height in midfield, but also from set plays he'll be the one that can actually maybe cause Slovakia some problems.
This the same Slovakian team which beat Wales 4-0 in their final warm-up game last weekend. And they do have depth, but this I think is by far their strongest 11. And if you look down the list, we're looking at players that they'll hope to could possibly make an impact in the closing stages, but no more than that, as Castagna shoves over Harrislin on the far side. And Slovakia, with 18 minutes played, have looked pretty good, apart from the odd scare when Lukaku found space inside the penalty area. And it's the Belgian fans looking concerned at the moment, Dean Ashton.
Yeah, it's Doku who's been the real issue for Slovakia. When Belgium have been able to switch the play quickly to Doku, he's easily got the beating of Hansko.
Now Bozinic inside the penalty area on this near side, the right. And the challenge comes in from Faes, and he jabs it behind for a corner to Slovakia. And set pieces.
Ready in trouble here, tackle, and it is a Belgium throw.
Will be an outswing. Harrison's delivery high towards the far post. Good leap from Faes to clear. Lobotka will head it down to Petkerik, and now it's wide to the far side again. Clipped in towards the box, but
Belgium going for a shot, and then went over the bar.
Hansko, who was onside down the left, but it will be a throw in to Slovakia.
Interesting little move from Slovakia there. All four looking to attack the ball, sprinted back out to the edge of the penalty area and then back in. But Faes, who wasn't actually man marking, just came and met it well.
And it's broken up by Doku on the far side, and this time he manages to win a throw-in for Belgium. It was Jeremy Doku's error which ultimately resulted in the opening goal from Ivan Schranz in the 7th minute, and Slovakia
Someone's gone down by an
goal to
injury,
nil.
but there's no one to stop them, and now they have gone down. Oh no, that was I think a hamstring injury. I don't know.
20 minutes.
No, actually Slovakia have settled
really
really nicely into their way of playing and their shape. And like I said, because the press isn't that great, but that's
it's
better.
been given away now by Dubravka. Fired back in by Trossard, but over the top. And that was a real opportunity for Leandro Trossard. Dubravka.
Slovakia have the ball in their hands. Sorry, I had to stop the live commentating because it's not working again. Here they go again. Oh, that's not good. Slovakia, I'm trying to push it here, but Belgium are coming into again. And a tackle, and it gone down. They're really trying to play here really nice. And here they go. And Slovakia now pushing up here. And that could be a good counter attack here. And oh no, he just gave it back to a Belgian player. Belgium have the ball in their hands here now. Castagna. Oh, that was a push. But there was no push there. Still no still play on. Oh, this could be a goal here now. There could be a goal here. This could be a goal. Oh, I thought that was a goal then. But there is no goal there. That was so close. They're even getting closer here now. I'm getting into the Belgium half. And, oh, sorry, guys.
Harrison with a lovely turn to Abey Castagna. Looks to play in Bosanic, but it's covered by Anana. And it's all the way back to Cohen Casteels, who'll be moving to Saudi Arabian football for next season, having starred for Wolfsburg in the Bundesliga in Germany. Now Doku has been robbed by Hansko. Lobotka finding Duda. And there is a methodical air to the Slovakian team, but often that's to their advantage. Pekari with a ball into the penalty area. It's only cleared as far as Bosanic. His shot takes a couple of Belgian deflections, and eventually it's cleared away by Carrasco on this near side.
Yeah, and there's a sign of that weakness. Carrasco playing at left back, just didn't follow the run with Pekari. And that's where their strength lies. Slovakia, they'll play through the middle. When it comes back, they spin out wide, and that's when the tempo changes. And Pekaric almost got it properly to a teammate. Ricocheted, of course, to Bosanic, who tried to get the shot that was blocked easily.
And the goal from Ivan Šranc, his first in nearly 3 years in international football. The Slavia Prague player. And at the moment, Slovakia have built on that goal in terms of their overall performance. Both teams look incredibly dodgy at the back. I don't think 1-0 will be the full-time scoreline here. Now Trossard spinning away from Harrison, but his ball forward is blocked by Duda, and there is the opportunity for Bosanic to put his massive frame between Mongala and the ball again, but he wanted a free kick, but nothing given by the Turkish referee.
Yeah, just lost their flow, Belgium. They've stopped switching the play quickly, which they started to do at the start of the game, and getting some joy with especially Doku down the right-hand side. And instead it's turned into a slow, methodical build-up, which will certainly suit Slovakia.
And Belgium's record in European Championship games from 1-0 down is not too promising. 1 win, 1 draw and 7 defeats. That win came against Denmark at Euro 2020. The draw was against England in Turin back in 1980, when the match was disrupted by crowd trouble and tear gas after Ray Wilkins scored a brilliant early goal. England will be in Frankfurt on Thursday night for the game against Denmark. Of course, there'll be full build-up and commentary across the TalkSport network and online and on social media as well. 25 minutes played, Belgium 0, Slovakia 1, and it's been a tournament of early goals so far. And we had another one here today from Ivan Šranc in the 7th minute, given away by Jeremy Doku. Now Doku looking to attack, but shows far too much of that to David Hansko. And the final man goes to ground and stabs it out of play.
Yeah, just got caught out of position there, Hansko. Doku straight away, he doesn't wait, does he? He doesn't hesitate, Doku. As soon as he gets it, he just turns straight at the fullback and goes at them. Drives at that nearest foot of the defender.
And Slovakia, the first team in European Championship history to field 2 37-year-olds in their starting lineup, but it's one of the young players on the field today, Jeremy Doku, who made the mistake leading to the goal, as Carrasco does well to win it back for Belgium down the left-hand side. Of course, he is an attack-minded player, playing at fullback. Maxime de Kuyper would seem to be the more natural player for that sort of area, but he does lack experience at this level. Now Trossard down the left, but he's quickly closed down, and that's good defending again on this near side from Juraj Kučka.
And maybe just a little bit more of that experience with Pekaric and Kučka on the right-hand side. He's stopping any real threat for Belgium down the left with Carrasco and Trossard. Like I said, it's Doku who's the genuine threat at the moment for Belgium.
26 minutes played, Belgium 0, Slovakia 1 on TalkSport. And don't forget, on Wednesday, Scotland play their second game against Switzerland, 8 o'clock kickoff. maybe not must win, but certainly feels must not lose after what happened on Friday night. And of course, full build-up and commentary as well here on TalkSport as Carrasco plays it forward towards Trossard, is taken out by Pekarik on the halfway line, challenged from behind, and the veteran will do well to avoid a yellow card. But it seems Mehmet Meyer, who we heard before kickoff, is often card happy in the Turkish league, but not here so far today. That's a yellow card challenge.
Yeah, that's incredibly lucky. Incredibly lucky. He's got that all wrong, the timing of the challenge. Lovely cushion touch from Trossard. Pekarik just then jamming his shin into the back of Trossard's calf. Very lucky not to get a yellow card.
And the Frankfurt Arena, terrific stadium, the spider's web of thick steel cables converging right above the centre of the pitch, which has the scoreboard and the big screens to offer perfect viewing for those inside the stadium. Hovering right over the middle of it. England in the old stadium, which was basically an athletics track, lost 3-1 to the Soviet Union in Euro 88. Well, this is a ground which hosted one of the quarter-finals in the 2006 World Cup when the French knocked out the Brazilians. Carrasco forward again, looking for Trossard, but covered well by Denis Vavra.
And that's what we'll see. You know, there's such a togetherness about the way they defend Slovakia. When you think one player's out of position, across comes another. Good communication, that willingness and desire to get across and help your teammate out.
Well, Slovakia have had more possession so far, more attempts on goal and more shots on target. But here is De Bruyne looking for Lukaku with his back to goal, back to Trossard, infield again, but again it was a ball which gave the Slovakian midfield the opportunity to win it back, and it was a challenge from Mongala, which has conceded a free kick, and he's been shown a yellow card for catching Lucas Harrislund. And having seen the earlier challenge by Pekarik, I think he does have a right to feel aggrieved.
I think that's what Kevin De Bruyne is saying to the referee as well. You literally just let one go and then you've yellow carded my teammate. And actually Mongala should be able to say, can I pass that over to Trossard, because the pass was so poor.
And that high ball wide to the far side again for Harrislund, which we've seen so much for Slovakia so far. The white shirts beginning to flood forward again. Kučka on towards Harrislund on the edge of the penalty area. Back towards Kučka again. Harrislund now on the edge of the D, but it's broken up but given away to Lobotka. Belgium again defending in rather laboured fashion. Duda slipped in towards Bosanic on the edge of the penalty area, but it's laid back by Kučka, but then given away by Belgium again. The low ball swept in on the far side from Hansko, and it's cleared away by Belgium, but when those crosses go into the penalty area, they are not being defended with a massive sense of conviction.
And actually Slovakia are showing, if they are given time on the ball, which Belgium are allowing, they're not afraid to try and pop that into the forward players and have runners off Bosanic, and then look for the wide players to try and drive in behind the striker as well.
Now Duda, he's got space and he plays it forward towards the edge of the penalty area. Now Bosanic now on the turn, right foot shot from him. Never really got hold of it, and it bobbles into the arms of Casteels. But once again, it was so easy for Slovakia to work it forward and give Bosanic the opportunity.
Yeah, lovely turn from Duda and in towards Bosanic. He just was a little bit eager to get that strike away. He swivelled and wasn't balanced and wasn't really ready for it, but took it on anyway. Lacked any real power. Just needs a little bit more composure there, because it was worked really well from Slovakia, as De Bruyne has now got a bit of space.
Wide to this near side. De Bruyne fighting Trossard on the left. Lukaku, arms outstretched, demanding the ball on the edge of the penalty area, but Belgium are more conservative once again. Carrasco finding Mongala, and here is Onana, and you can hear the whistles from the Slovakian supporters as De Bruyne plays it wide towards Carrasco again.
And they're going for the penalty.
Three red shirts inside the area, but it's headed away at the near post by Vavro. And now Bosanic again has managed to isolate Fass, and Fass diving in with the challenge, but this time he won the ball. Carrasco finding De Bruyne. But Belgium are ambling around at walking pace here. But now De Bruyne with the injection of pace tries to work the 1-2 on the edge of the penalty area with Lukaku. It spins back into the path of Trossard, but his shot is blocked. And now Duda for Slovakia on the far side. Hansko finding Haraslin. And he got lucky there, Haraslin. I think he was trying to find Hansko, but it's gathered by Duda on the edge of the penalty area. But Slovakia again are working the angles. And here is Petkerik down the right-hand side. 32 minutes played, and on the balance of play, Slovakia not flattered by this lead.
No, but look, Belgium have been slow, but from a Slovakian point of view, too often De Bruyne has been able to get that into his feet and turn, and he will eventually find that pass.
Here is Lobotka now, down the left-hand side. Plays a 1-2 with Bozanic on the edge of the penalty area. Schranz has space down the right now. It's lofted towards him. The early cross, high to the far post. Headed away by Castagna, coming around the back on the left. But now Lobotka will find Petkerik once again. Vavro of Copenhagen. And Duda. We talk about De Bruyne having time. Duda seems to have a force field around him whenever he receives the ball.
Yeah, they've done well in that aspect, Duda and Kuczka, to get themselves free away from Mongala and Onana, who are pretty rigid in their positions in that midfield area, whereas Slovakia actually have interchanged very nicely.
De Bruyne, oh, that's an excellent ball. High, wide to the far side, looking for Doku. Doku now can attack Hansko, deep into the penalty area. The cross, though, is deflected behind by Hansko, and Belgium have a corner.
Terrific defending. And I told you, if you let De Bruyne just turn and swivel away, he will find passes. He will find that little clip ball over the top for Doku, who made the run in behind. Hansko did brilliantly just to stick to it. I just wonder whether he's injured himself as he slid in to block the cross.
Well, he's got a problem inside the penalty area. Skriniar, I think, may have actually got the final touch to send it behind. And you're listening to Euro Game Day Live on TalkSport, presented by Burger King. Bring home the ultimate food satisfaction. Get your favourites delivered now. And the fans in the stadium are watching a replay of the opening goal scored by Ivan Schranz. Doku with a hapless ball into his penalty area. Kuczka with the first effort, which was blocked. And then Schranz was there to provide a very tidy finish from a narrow angle. It would have been easy to have blazed that high and wide, but he knew exactly what he was doing. Cohen Casteels had no chance. And Slovakia have played nearly half an hour now with this 1-goal lead.
They'll be really pleased in the way that they've approached the game. There's just a couple of moments where De Bruyne has been able to get on the ball, and that has to be rectified pretty quickly by Slovakia. Lobotka's got to make sure that the positioning's right of his midfield partners.
De Bruyne will take the corner kick. Doku is the short option, but De Bruyne's delivery high towards the leaping figure of Amadou Onana, but the Everton player who has yet to score in international football prolongs that record with a header straight into the arms of Dubravka.
Some leap that, though, right in between Vavro and Skriniar. Onana gets up, wins the header. Difficult because he's leaning back. So difficult to get the power with your neck muscles in that, but still, for him to outjump both of those two shows he's a threat.
Hansko is back on the field of play, and Slovakia have another free kick. Mongala with the challenge on Kuczka. Mongala, the one player who's been shown the yellow card so far. Vavro plays the free kick high and wide to the far side. Haraslin wants to try and nod the ball down the line to keep it in play, can't do so. And Castagna will take a throw-in for Belgium. 36 minutes played on TalkSport. Every match of Euro 2024 on the TalkSport network, and we're heading for another surprise in Group E at the moment. Duda down the left-hand side for Slovakia, just held up, but the cross is whipped in by Hansko, blocked by Castagna, and it spins away off his thigh for another Slovakian corner.
What they've done brilliantly, actually, is Haraslin on the left-hand side has gone really, really wide, and he's asking the question of Castagna, do you want to come out with me? And if he does, well, Carrasco's not doing that role as a left-back as well as he should do. Fass and Debas are both left pretty isolated, and Lobotka has been excellent at then just finding that pass straight through the middle into the forward players. They've struggled with that so far, Belgium.
Ondrej Duda will take the corner for Slovakia. Skriniar and Vavro are both forward, but Umit Mele, the referee, is just calling a couple of players towards him. There is plenty going on inside that penalty area, and it's Carrasco and Skriniar who are both spoken to. And then it carries on, of course. Duda with the corner in towards the near post, headed away by Castagna, controlled by De Bruyne. He quickly finds Doku midway inside the Slovak half, but his ball back towards De Bruyne is cut out by Petkovic. And now Hansko, the fullback, who's still flexing his knee after that early problem he had, but he manages to turn on this occasion. But he's quickly challenged by Anana, and it will be a throw-in for Slovakia, who will now have eyes firmly fixed on half-time and a one-goal lead.
But they have to do that, which is be so intense in their defensive work. When Belgium look to break, they look to quickly counter-attack there from the set play. Belgium with De Bruyne, Lukaku, Doku all sprinting forwards. Hashko did excellently to stop that, and they have to, because that's where Belgium have got a real strength.
Now Carrasco on this near side. Of course, one of the stories we talked about before kickoff as Cohen Casteels gathers, no Thibaut Courtois in the Belgian side. It's their first match at a major tournament without Courtois for 22 years. The 2002 World Cup, Courtois has played in each of the last 25 games in major tournaments for Belgium, but a falling out over an armband means he's not here. Duda for Slovakia. Again, he's got time to pirouette in the centre circle and assess his options. There is a notable lack of intensity, but now there is from Slovakia. A clever break forward on this near side from Kučka down the right. The crossing is deflected and volleyed in, and what a save by Casteels. Harrisland caught that really well on the edge of the penalty area, and Casteels flung himself to his left to prevent Belgium falling 2 goals down.
Oh, this is elite all round. First of all, Kučka with the ball to the edge of the area is perfect. Harasling is waiting there on the volley, side foot, so much power in towards the corner, and Castile, what a save. Outstretched, left hand, firm as you like, to parry it away.
That is the save of the tournament so far, I think. Corner kick from Harrisland into the near post. It's flicked on. There's confusion. Hansko was almost in to make it 2, but a desperate challenge from Wout Faes inside the penalty area. Now on the far side, Carrasco has been clattered into by Schranz, the goal scorer, and it will be a yellow card for him. But Slovakia, on 2 occasions there, nearly doubled their lead.
It actually wasn't the best ball in, but the run across the near post just caused chaos as it then went through about 4 people's legs in towards the 6-yard line, almost fell for Slovakia to tap in, managed to scramble it away.
Sorry,
the Belgians.
Guys, but the live commentating is a bit like, I don't know what's going on with the live commentating. The live commentating is a bit like really, really, really far behind. I don't know why it's so far behind. So, you know what? I'm going to do it myself because it's so far behind and it's getting on my nerves. Like, I just can't. Like, it's getting on my nerves. Like, you guys really wanted, like, you want it to be live. Like, you want it to be as it happens. And, you know, whatever. So, this is it. So, watching this, Belgium have the ball in their hands here now. And the Belgium goalkeeper have it, and they're trying the hardest here. That's all they could do, Belgium. But Slovakia have 1 goal, and that makes it even harder for Belgium. But anyway, here they go. And 1 wrong mistake from Belgium! And oh, that was almost a mistake for Belgium there. Huge mistake. Belgium's got the ball in their hands, still pushing it towards the Slovakia's half. Here they go, pushing towards the Slovakia's half. They're through to Slovakia. Here they go. Now Slovakia's really pushing up to here, pushing it away. And Belgium's still got the ball. Belgium still got the ball in their hands. Here they go. Oh my goodness, this could be a chance here for Belgium to equalise here. This could be an equaliser goal. Really chance. And oh no, Slovakia have the ball in their hands now. And Belgium's got it. And now Slovakia has still got it, but they're going for it. Oh, that was close. And Slovakia have the ball in their hands. Oh no! They've gone down. And it's now going to be a Slovakia throw-in. Oh, it could be offside. Belgium's got the ball in their hands. And now Belgium pushed him out the way. And that was not a good idea, but whatever. Belgium goalkeeper's not very happy. And finds... I'm trying... Here we go. And 2 minutes have been added on for this time. And they're trying their hardest here now. And Bolton, here we go. This could be a counter-attack here. This could be a flipping time chance. This could be a goal for Bolton. Not Bolton, I mean Belgium.
At the end of this tournament, that save from Castile.
It's the 2 chances Lukaku's had. We talked about him before the game. There's importance to this side, how well he's done through qualification. 2 big chances for him.
Into 2 minutes of added time. And Petar Petkovic takes too long over a throw-in. And Belgium will get the decision. I think it may have been a foul throw. We've seen foul throws really clamp down on in the tournament so far, which I think will be a change for many of these players who often get away with it, as De Bast plays the ball right across his penalty area there, not too far away from Petkovic. Now a high ball hammered forward by Wout Faes. He picks out Doku. Lukaku waits inside the penalty area. Excellent defending again though by Skriniar, who turns and bares his teeth and waves his fists towards the Slovakian supporters. The final touch was off Doku, and it's a goal kick.
Well, the referee's assistant's flag has gone up because it was aimed at Lukaku, who was offside, who actually then left it for Doku, who wasn't. But that's where Doku's still got to learn when is the right time to go down the side, when is the right time to duck inside, when is the right time to release and go again. He's a terrific player, but there's still so much to learn for Jeremy Doku.
High ball played forward by Dubravka for Slovakia. Fast wins it, but it's won back by Bozanic. And here is Haraslin now with the low ball into the penalty area, and it's deflected behind by Castagna. Bozanic there was completely unmarked had that ball found him, but Slovakia will finish the first half with a corner.
What they have done so well, Slovakia, is, and we've seen it with other teams where they've struggled, when they have gone forward, they have fully committed 3-4 players forwards, knowing that there could be a weakness there in the Belgian side, and having done that, it means they've got such a better chance of getting something.
Corner kick driven into the near post, it's flicked on by Bozanic, and again Castagna with the ricochet. Will be another corner, and we are into the 3rd minute of added time in the first half here. Taken quickly by Slovakia. They open out the angle. Haraslin, high deep ball to the far post. Kucka with a free header, but he puts it wide.
Just needed to nod it back. It's a really, really good ball into the back post. Kucka was completely free. Haraslin with the ball in towards the back post. Just head that back across and let someone attack it.
Well, that is half time, and the Slovakian supporters rise to acclaim their team. They have been superb for long spells in the first half. Gifted the early goal, the error from Jeremy Doku, and the finish from Ivan Šranc. Romelu Lukaku has had opportunities, but at the moment his attacking radar has not been working. And Belgium, the golden generation, are in a bit of a hole in Frankfurt. At half-time, it is Belgium 0, Slovakia 1.
Well, Nigel, Dean, for now, thank you very much. This is Euro Game Day Live as we bring you Belgium versus Slovakia in Group E. We haven't seen too many shocks at this European Championships as of yet, but Slovakia are 45 minutes away from humbling the former world number ones in Frankfurt. So 1-0 they lead. Let's chat to Nigel and Dean then and get their takes on this first half. And Dean, goodness me, let's first of all just talk about that goal that came very early on from Slovakia in the 7th minute. Just how difficult was that a finish in the end for Ivan Šranc?
Yeah, it's difficult because it's coming back at you. You've got to swivel, you've got to make sure the contact on the volley is right, and you've got to keep it down, of course. And he did all of those things very, very well, did Ivan Šranc. But what Jeremy Doku was thinking, first of all, going all the way back into that right-back position, I'd be amazed if that's something that the manager's talked about. And then to be maybe too clever in the way that he's trying to play out to Wout Faes, and they get it wrong, and they're properly punished with some terrific play. But Slovakia have had a really good go. They've been really positive, a lot more positive than I thought they would be. And they've been allowed the possession by Belgium, and they've took full advantage and really grown into it.
I was about to just say exactly that. They've grown into it, because at the start it seemed to be all Belgium. Doku in particular was fantastic down that right-hand side, causing all sorts of problems with his speed and his quick feet and everything like that. So it seemed a bit ridiculous that he was the one that ended up making the mistake that led to that goal for Slovakia, and indeed with Slovakia as well. That press did the damage against Belgium. Just as that volley or that shot came in from Juraj Kucka, there were 4 Slovakian players that were in the box with only 3 defenders. They are really pressing high and causing issues for that Belgium defence.
Yeah, they've been really brave in that sense, and in terms of when they have won the ball, they've gambled, haven't they? They've gambled with the amount of players that they've got forwards, and it's caused some real issues because Faes and De Baas have been caught isolated at times. You know, Anana and Mongala haven't necessarily been there to help them out. The 2 fullbacks are drifted out wide as well, so they've worked it really well. Lobotka's been excellent in terms of recycling that ball straight in towards the forward players, and they've looked a real threat, and it just shows that sometimes you've got to be really brave in these early stages in the group, if you're the underdogs, to try and get something, try and get a result.
And it looks like it's going that way as things stand. It'll be a big half-time conversation, no doubt, in that Belgium dressing room with their manager Domenico Tedesco, of course. I mean, they were so prolific in qualifying, and yet it's gone to pot a little bit in this first half. Lukaku, we talked about him before the game kicked off. Has he looked effective in any way?
Oh, he's had the 2 best chances, hasn't he? First of all, the one that was flicked towards him from De Bruyne, he took on his knee either side of Dubravka and he scores, and then the ball over the top where he's 1v1 effectively. He's allowed that little shove from Hanchko to affect him, whereas he probably should have just put that either side of the goalkeeper. So he's a threat, and he'll keep going, and it wouldn't surprise me if he scores in this game, because they're a little loose, Slovakia. Too many times they've allowed De Bruyne to turn and find a pass.
Well, as Nigel was telling us in commentary, the worrying news for Belgium is they've only come back to win just once in their 9 European Championship games, in which they have gone 1-0 down, and that was in the last Euros, but not a great omen for them, certainly. We'll get more from Nigel and Dean in just a moment, but these are your halftime highlights with Carling.
Half-time highlights on TalkSport with Carling, the UK's #1 lager. 18 plus, always drink responsibly.
Is this the occasion when Belgium will finally deliver at an international tournament? We have been waiting for so many years. Doku is away now for Belgium, down the right-hand side, right, 2 challenges. Has Lukaku inside the penalty area, away from a third, infield towards De Bruyne. Lukaku with a shot blocked by Dubravka. And here was an opportunity for Slovakia, and they score! Ivan Trent with the opening goal for Slovakia. Well, we were bigging up Jeremy Doku, but that was absolutely dreadful. In the opening minutes of the opening game, Belgium's record in European Championship games from 1-0 down is not too promising. 1 win, 1 draw and 7 defeat. The crossing is deflected and volleyed in, and what a save by Casteels. Harrisland caught that really well. That is the save of the tournament so far, I think.
Those were your halftime highlights thanks to Carling. It's 18 and over. Please do drink responsibly.
Half-time highlights on TalkSport with Carling, the UK's #1 lager. 18 plus, always drink responsibly. Euro Game Day Live, delivered by TalkSport with Burger King. Save big with the $4.99 King Box. It's the ultimate match day lineup, featuring a barbecue double melt burger, chili cheese bites, fries, and a drink.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
On the beach, on the beach, on the beach.
Booking geniuses. Choose from thousands of amazing all-inclusive holidays with On the Beach. Go all in on all-inclusive. Leave the bank cards at home, but not your trunks. On the Beach. Book like a genius. Holiday like a fool.
ATOL protected.
On the beach.
Here she is, the 3-time world champion. What has she got in store for us today? Things are starting to heat up. Here she goes.
Triple builders, double stir. I don't believe it. And a chocolate digestive to finish it off. A thing of beauty, you have to say. The judges are gonna love this one.
British Gas, powering home fans during this summer of sport.
This tournament, prepare for greatness with William Hill. Get ready for last-minute winners, legendary goals, and straight red cards. Oh, what was he thinking? Win 25% more on every single game this tournament with Bet Builder Extra, online or in the app, only from William Hill. Available day before match to kick-off. Bet Builders are 3+ selections at 3-1 or more. Pre-match singles, match stake £20. Full T's and C's apply. 18+, begambleaware.org.
Let's go live to hear about that winning goal.
The crowd's gone absolutely wild here. How on earth do you sum up your emotions right now?
Amazing. A hat-trick is just the best feeling ever.
Is it though? Is kicking a ball into the back of the net really better than food fulfillment from Burger King? That warm, fuzzy feeling of total food satisfaction. Like finishing the last bite of a Gourmet King's Barbecue Steakhouse Angus.
I'm Afua Hirsch.
I'm Peter Frankopan.
And in our podcast, Legacy, we explore the lives of some of the biggest characters in history.
This season, we're exploring the life of Margaret Thatcher.
The first female leader of Britain, her 11-year premiership completely overhauled British society.
The political legacy of Thatcherism is as pervasive as it is controversial. But who was the woman behind the policies?
Follow Legacy now, wherever you get your podcasts.
IKEA,
The wonderful everyday.
Well, you can see why people are talking about Asda, can't you?
Of course, on paper, Asda have a great lineup with 24 packs of Budweiser, just £14. Then there's pizza price drops, including the talented spicy chicken fajita flavour. Was £3, now £2.
And don't forget the dependable garlic flatbread was £1.80, now £1.50. Could be the difference maker. What a lineup!
Get match ready at Asda this summer. Asda, that's more like it. Selected stores online subject to availability. Budweiser 300ml, price not available in Wales and Scotland. May exclude Express in small stores. See asda.com/small stores.
This Euros, The Sun is bringing you all the gossip, goals and giants of the game. Get insights and analysis from Harry, should have been England manager, Redknapp, Jack, the maestro, Wilshere, Gordon, no nonsense, Strachan, and Jurgen, the winner, Klinsmann. You won't want to miss it. Don't miss out, only in The Sun.
Euro Game Day Live on TalkSport with Carling, the UK's #1 lager. 18 plus, always drink responsibly.
TalkSport. Der Fußball from Deutschland.
How about that?
Licensed broadcaster of UEFA Euro 2024 Germany.
Euro Game Day Live with Natalie Sawyer
on TalkSport.
Treffers.
Welcome back to Euro Game Day Live, where we're bringing you live commentary of Belgium versus Slovakia in Group E, and it is the underdogs who lead 1-0 at half-time. Another early goal at this European Championships has given Slovakia that lead then at the break, and that's pretty ominous for Belgium, who don't have a great record when it comes to trailing 1-0 at a European Championships. They've only won one of those games that they have been in that position before, losing 7 and drawing 1 of those 9 games overall. So a lot of work still to be done for Belgium to record their first win of this European Championships. Don't forget, Romania were 3-0 winners over Ukraine in the earlier kickoff in Group E. So it's Romania who currently top the table. We will bring you the second half shortly, just when that gets underway. But right now it's time for us to bring you the very latest, all thanks to William Hill.
In the Zone on TalkSport with William Hill. Prepare for greatness with William Hill. 18 plus, gambleaware.org.
So we were mentioning there about Belgium and whether or not they can come from behind and turn this game around. Well, if you think they can do that and win it, that is a 12-5 shot currently with William Hill. If the Slovakia can hold on for victory, that's 6-5. And as for the draw, that's best price at 21.10. Romelu Lukaku, well, he is favourite to score the next goal in this game. That's at 10-3. But he's had a few chances in this game, but not yet found his goal-scoring boot, which will be required. Don't forget, he was prolific in qualifying. He was the top scorer. So can he have a strong second 45? We will find out. That was a look at the latest odds thanks to William Hill. Terms and conditions apply. It's 18 and over. BeGambleAware.org.
In the Zone on TalkSport with William Hill. Prepare for greatness with William Hill. 18 plus, gambleaware.org.
Now coming up after us, France get their European campaign underway as they take on Austria. And the Austrian manager, Ralf Rangnick, caught up with TalkSport's very own Jim White yesterday ahead of their opener, live on TalkSport, like I mentioned, straight after us. He said his team fear no one.
We are not afraid of the game. We are looking forward to it. And I think we need to play on, as I said, on our best possible level. We have to be courageous. We have to be aggressive. We also need some situations where we are in possession of the ball. So, we need the very best level that we can play.
That was Ralf Rangnick, then the Austria head coach, speaking to our very own Jim White. Don't forget, you can hear Austria versus France live on TalkSport straight after us this evening. We were bringing you second half shortly of Belgium against Slovakia, with Belgium trailing by 1-0. It's Nigel Adderley and the former England striker Dean Ashton who are our commentary team for this one. And Dean, just want to get your thoughts on France. Very much the favourites for many coming into this tournament. Are they up there for you as well?
I think they're head and shoulders personally, because I just think they've got the experience, that World Cup experience so recently. You look through the squad, there's strength in every position, and some. And it's going to be really interesting, actually. You know, we talked about England, obviously, and maybe a little bit disappointing in the performance. Not for me personally, but, you know, for so many. And we'll see how France get on tonight against a very decent Austrian side. So interesting to see how they go. You know, if they go and take Austria apart, then it says a lot maybe about how much they need to be respected.
I can see the Belgian players making their way out of the tunnel here in Frankfurt for the second half. Just in terms of what Belgium have to do to turn this game around, Dean, what do you expect them to do in this second half?
I think there needs to be a bit more urgency. I think they've been outfought so far by Slovakia. I think they've been outran by Slovakia. And it just looks like it means a little bit more to the Slovakians. And Belgium have got to show that same respect. They have, however, if it's not the players that are already on the pitch, because they've created the chances already, Belgium, they've got plenty of firepower still on their substitutes bench to bring on and to change things. So this is very much far from over.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been 2-0, in fact. Just before half-time, Cohen Casteels pulled off a great save, didn't he, from Harrison for that volley, which would have been a fantastic goal if that had gone in.
Yeah, we've just been watching, me and Nige, been watching the replays of that, Nige, and it's better every time you watch it.
Yes, well, it was a superb effort, but Casteels was equal to it. Slovakia making their way out. Can they hold on to this lead, or can they, in fact, go on and score another goal or two? Perhaps. You will find out. Second half just about to get underway, so let's hand you back to your commentary team of Dean Ashton and Nigel Adderley.
Thank you, Natalie. There don't look to be any changes to either side at half-time. Domenico Tedesco already out in the Belgian technical area. He'll be followed by Francesco Calzona shortly. And Calzona was saying before kick-off that a draw would be an excellent result for Slovakia. Maybe he's not thinking that now, Dean.
No, I think he'll be pleasantly surprised with his team's performance, but probably cautious, knowing that there should be more from this Belgium side to come in this second half.
And it's Belgium who get the second half underway, playing from left to right in their dark red shirts and black shorts. Slovakia wearing all white, leading here by a 0-0. The Belgian team again, Casteels in goal, Castagna, Feist, Bast and Carrasco at the back, Mongala and Onana in midfield, Trossard, De Bruyne and Doku behind Lukaku. Slovakia, Dubravka in goal, Pekarik, Vavro, Skriniar and Hansko the back four, Kučka, Lobotka and Duda in midfield, Trans the goal scorer and Harislan supporting Bozanic in attack. As Belgium try and come forward now, and it's Doku who's released left hand side of the penalty area. Vavro makes the challenge, but Doku goes back towards De Bruyne. Three white shirts converge on him, but he throws it back to Doku, but Vavro held his ground and makes the challenge, and it's cleared away.
Well, he's changed sides with Trossard, Doku at the start of this second half. He's gone over to the left-hand side, but it's not changed in terms of if you get the ball to him. That pace and trickery, he just showed too much of the ball to Vavro.
And now De Bruyne again, looking for Lukaku, but Skriniar saw him coming, steps across, and he can now clear the ball away. In fact, he checks back and goes back to Dubravka, and the Newcastle goalkeeper, wearing all sky blue, hammers it forward. It drops to Duda in midfield. White towards this near side, and Hansko's got Harislan in support, who almost made it 2-0 before half-time. He comes in field, curls in a shot, and it hits the stanchion behind the goal. And for a moment there, it seemed that Casteels was left standing, but it just drifted wide from Harislan, but he was given the time to come in field and deliver that.
Lovely break, wasn't it? Hansko getting down the left-hand side, feeding it to Harislan. And again, Castagna, that's too easy. Mongala wasn't there to just protect that space as he dived inside from the left-hand side, tried to curl it to that far post, and was only a fraction away.
Carrasco down the line, left-hand side, looking for Doku again. Doku does well to recover following a challenge, and then plays a crossfield ball towards Castagna. Infield to Onana for Belgium, who trail here by a 0-0 on Talk Sport with 2.5 minutes played in the second half. The match being played in Frankfurt. Following this, Belgium go to Cologne to meet Romania, who won 3-0 today against Ukraine. Carrasco down the left had De Bruyne in support, but hits it straight at Vavro, and De Bruyne wastes no time in telling Carrasco where he should have played the ball, but Slovakia will hammer the ball to safety.
That's much better tempo though from Belgium. Ball in towards Doku, fed it round the corner to Carrasco. He's got to slide it down the side for De Bruyne. He tried to play it through Vavro's legs. De Bruyne is just saying, just play it down the side, I was free. But the tempo of that was much better from Belgium.
And at times, Belgium have gone for the Hollywood option. And against a Slovakian team who are extremely well drilled, that has not come off for them so far. Now Onana, infield towards Mongala, who was booked for Belgium in the first half. 3.5 minutes played. Slovakia still leading by a goal to nil, and they have led since the 7th minute. If you've just joined us on Talk Sport, Jeremy Doku's error punished by Ivan Schranz. Now Lukaku, well, he was having his shirt pulled by Vavro, but I think he was holding on as well, and the decision goes against the Belgian striker.
Poor decision. That was just a really good physical tussle between Vavro and Lukaku.
I'm not sure how he can penalise Lukaku there when Lukaku was holding on to Vavro's shirt, but Lukaku's shirt was almost pulled off his back as well.
Just let that go. That's just a good tussle. There's going to be a bit of pulling.
Castagna on this near side, but Skriniar, the captain, comes across to cut it out for Slovakia. Now Fass on the halfway line, but the ball forward will be cleared. Harrisland plays the ball in field, but I think the ball had gone out just in front of the technical areas as Harrisland tangled with Castagna, and it will be a throw-in for Belgium. Austria against France coming up from Dusseldorf at 8 o'clock. Of course, the Netherlands came from behind to beat Poland, the opening match in Group D yesterday, and Belgium looking to do something similar here.
What they've done as well is, with Jeremy Doku being on the left-hand side, Carrasco has released himself from that left-back area where he didn't really get forwards actually in the first half. Every time now the ball goes towards Doku, he's trying to race in behind him.
Belgium have given the ball away again, and very quickly Fass has presented it straight to Harrisland. He's challenged by Onana. Pretty desperate defending there from Belgium on the edge of their own penalty area. In the end, it's given away by Fass for a second time as he's closed down by Bozanic, and it will be a throw-in to Slovakia by the corner flag on this near side. And what on earth are Belgium doing there?
Oh, it's just a lack of intensity and professionalism, I would say, there from Fass. You know, just make sure of the pass. You know, just dangling a leg, trying to flick it into midfield. It's got to be done with purpose. In these sorts of games, it's no time to be relaxing.
Now Duda from the throw-in on this near side has support from Hansko, but drives it into the body of Castagna, and it will be another Slovakian throw-in, who are attacking the left-hand end of the stadium, which is full of Slovakian supporters banging their drums and offering terrific colour and support to their team. Now it's hammered in from long range from Vavro, from fully 35 yards out. It's wide, but he really caught hold of that.
Opened up for him. Thought, why not? This could be a moment that could last forever. It wasn't.
But it shows the confidence in this Slovakian team. Of course, they were given the real boost of the early goal, and since that moment they have really played in the faces of Belgium, and Belgium have not enjoyed it one little bit.
But they should have expected it, and they looked a little shocked at it in the first half. This has been a tiny bit better though from the Belgians. They've moved the ball quicker. Carrasco's released himself.
Doku looking to spin away from the challenge on the far side, but Petkarik did well to just jab out a telescopic leg and guide the ball out of play for a Belgian throw-in. 52 minutes played on Talk Sport. Belgium 0, Slovakia 1. Romania surprising Ukraine 3-0 in the opening game of the day in Munich. And I think many people were anticipating comfortable wins for Ukraine and Belgium in the opening round of games in Group E, but at the moment Slovakia and Romania are producing real upsets.
Leandro Trossard annoyed at that decision. I Throw-in's not gone his way. Hanchko, excellent challenge though, and he's been not really got himself in the game. That one chance Trossard had when Dubravka made a mistake, but we haven't seen enough of him on the ball. Trossard, thought he would be one of certainly the main players for Belgium.
Kuchka plays it forward. Harrisland quickly into the path of Bosanic, and now Lobotka's got space to drive forward for Slovakia. Away to the left-hand side, and there is support for Duda. Bosanic was waiting for the cross, but he was the only real target in a white shirt. But Slovakia worked the ball around intelligently. Kuchka was looking for the wide open spaces on the far side, and Pekarik, who at the age of 37 made a long bursting run of 75 yards and now has to turn around and do it again.
Oh, it's a waste, because it was lovely interplay. Lobotka, Duda just released the space on the right hand side. Pekarik was completely free. Kuka with a really poor pass because Carrasco was out of position as well.
And Slovakia travelled to Dusseldorf to meet Ukraine for the early game on Friday. And they will fancy that, the way things have gone in this group so far today. But here is Doku now coming forward at pace for Belgium. Square to De Bruyne, further wide to Trossard on the right, but the pass was overhit. And again Skriniar with an excellent challenge. He celebrates every challenge like a goal, and he was entitled to there because Trossard was in plenty of space inside the penalty area, but Skriniar ate up the ground.
Yeah, poor old Peter Pekarik. He wishes Doku was back over on that other side for his teammate to deal with. He just got twisted up and he got ran away from by Doku. Fed De Bruyne towards Trossard, but Skriniar, they're so physical in the right way.
Now Lukaku on the edge of the penalty area, laid back to Trossard. Here is Lukaku again, fires it into the near post, and it's beaten away by Dubravka for a corner.
Yeah, that's better from Trossard on the half turn, looking to feed Lukaku down the sides. That's where he's really, really strong. Just peels off and makes that arcing run as they take the corner short.
Short to Trossard. High ball towards the far post, nodded across the face of goal, and finished by Lukaku. And Belgium are level. 10 minutes into the second half, and yet again it is Romelu Lukaku, the record breaker in qualifying, scores Belgium's first goal at Euro 2024. Deadly from 6 inches, but he won't care. Belgium won't care. It is 1-1.
1-1. He could not miss. Romelu Lukaku. All the work was done by the short, quick corner. They were caught sleeping, especially at the back post. Hanchko wasn't ready.
Is he offside?
Well, it'll be checked, of course it will be. But Hanchko wasn't ready. He didn't turn, he didn't see Onana, who's their biggest threat, and he does the right thing. He just nods it back across goal past Dubravka. Lukaku's there from literally a yard out, just stealing a goal, and why shouldn't he?
They are checking this. Bastien Dankert is having a look.
So Belgium haven't got
and both teams have set up for the restart. At the moment, Umit Mela is just waiting for clarification. The question is, was Lukaku offside when the ball was nodded down? And he was offside. The goal won't count. Lukaku denied, and Slovakia still lead by a goal to nil.
Incredible. It must be so close, this. It must be. Because Onana just flicks it back. His foot is ahead of himself, Onana, as he's leaped in the air. But Lukaku may well have just been ahead of it.
Well, the nod down from Onana at the far post was forward. Had it been back, Lukaku would have been okay, but he nodded the ball on a slight angle towards the goal line. I think it would have gone in had Lukaku not touched it, but by touching that ball in, he may have cost Belgium a goal.
Yeah, he's not going to not touch it. That's his job, is to put the ball in when he sees it there, and he wouldn't have known either of how tight that was.
It is still 1-0 to Slovakia, and it is turning into a dramatic day in Frankfurt as Belgium have made a change. Wangala has gone off, and Johan Bakayoko of PSV Eindhoven has come on. 21-year-old, wins his 13th cap. He was a key player for PSV in their record-breaking title success in the Netherlands, and that is an attacking change made by Domenico Tedesco.
Yeah, it just means Kevin De Bruyne will slot into midfield, a deeper role alongside Onana, and Trossard will drift inside. as more of a midfield player. Bakayoko on the right wing.
First involvement for Bakayoko down the right, infield to Anana. Mongala, of course, was on a yellow card as well, which may have been in Tedesco's thoughts. But Belgium have been craving the opportunity, but when it arrived, Lukaku was offside. But here is Trossard now with a low shot. Another good save from Dubravka. And inside the penalty area, Trossard fouling his man, but Dubravka now has been far too busy in the early stages of the second half for Slovakia's liking.
Oh, they've been much better, Belgium. It's De Bruyne into Lukaku, just flicks it around the corner to Trossard. He takes one touch out of his feet and strikes low. Down to the left-hand side of Dubravka. Pretty comfortable save in the end for a goalkeeper of his quality.
Well, Domenico Tedesco had great success in Germany, taking Schalke into the Champions League, and also had a year with Leipzig. And his team are defending an unbeaten record under him here. 14 games under Tedesco, 15 in total, but at the moment Belgium trail Slovakia by 1-0 with an hour played. And you're listening to Euro Game Day live on TalkSport, presented by Carling, the UK's #1 lager, 18 plus. Please drink responsibly.
They've just got to let that go. The offside goal, Belgium, because they're much the better side. They've got complete control in this second half. They've got to keep pressing forwards and keep the pace in which they've been passing the ball around with in this second half up to the same level.
Slovakia in their third successive Euro got to the round of 16 in 2016 when they came through the group behind England and Wales. Lost to the Welsh, but drew 0-0 with the English in St Etienne in their final game. Now Lukaku brings it down, plays it square to Trossard on the edge of the penalty area, further wide to the left, and Doku's got Bakayoko and Lukaku waiting inside the penalty area. Back to De Bruyne, and now Doku again, low in, looking for Bakayoko, and sent spiralling behind into those Belgian fans by Vavro for a corner.
Yeah, Pekarik brushing beads of sweat from his forehead. He's been really tested by Doku.
Call is played short to Trossard, flicked on into the penalty area. Carrasco's effort is blocked by Skriniar, and here is Lobotka on the counter-attack now for Slovakia. Forward to Pekarik, who tries to hold the ball up and look for an option, and he managed to hold off Trossard and Carrasco initially before Carrasco eventually robbed him. And here is De Bruyne, one-way traffic at the moment. 61 minutes played as Belgium look for the equalising goal. Lukaku on the volley, hits the side, netting at the near post after a high diagonal ball in had been headed up in the air by Skriniar, but Lukaku unable to find the finish.
Another big chance. Excellent ball from De Bruyne, caused Skriniar all sorts of problems as he's backpedaling towards his own goal, heads it up in the air, falls to Lukaku on his right foot to volley. He gets it wrong. Simple as that. All he's got to do is hit it back across Dubravka. He goes near post, slices it into the side netting.
And we've seen on the monitor that Lukaku, his right shoulder was offside for the disallowed goals. Dubravka's closed down by De Bruyne, but manages to get the ball away, but it will come straight back. Here is Doku, the Belgian fans in great voice. Doku wriggles to the byline, hammers the ball in, it's parried by Dubravka, and Bakayoko's shot is cleared off the line. What an incredible clearance as Slovakia escape. There was a Slovakian player down on the goal line, so play will have to be stopped here, but Johan Bakayoko almost coming up with the equalising goal, but it was David Hansko who kept it out, but he is now flat out in the back of the goal as the missiles rain down from the Belgian supporters.
Oh, the pace of Doku. Wow. Past Pekarik again. He just swivels and he just accelerates away from him, puts in a vicious ball into the area, falls after Dubravka tries to parry to Bakayoko. He does everything right. He makes sure he keeps it low, fires it towards goal, and then Hansko, absolutely outstanding on the line. It actually comes past Skriniar as well, and then he gets a knee to the face from his centre-back Vavro, who's there as well trying to stop it. It's just so unfortunate.
Yeah, Hansko is down because he cleared, and then the knee of Vavro clouted him into the face as he was falling. and I think he was almost out cold on the goal line, so play had to be stopped, and they will go through the concussion protocols. And Hansko's been in the wars here today, hasn't he?
No, I mean, if he wasn't already concussed from the trickery of Doku in the first half, it felt like he almost was there. He took a proper knee to the chin there as he cleared it off the line.
Well, the Belgian fans are booing, but they had to stop play.
Of course they did.
And I don't think that UEFA will be too impressed with the number of plastic beakers and various other things which were thrown down onto the pitch there by the Belgian fans as Hansko lay in the penalty area.
But also, I'll always harp on about this. How can that not be looked at by specialists and say there's no way he should come back on? You can see that he took a huge blow to the chin.
Well, he's back on for now at least. And the PSV attacker denied by the Feyenoord defender.
I mean, it just shows, I think, the character of this Slovakian side. There was 4 of them pretty much on the line, all willing to try and stop that going in.
They have really put their bodies on the line so far here. There's another Slovakian player down, and I think they're trying to milk the clock as well here. It's Harrisland who is writhing in apparent agony on the halfway line, and there'll be another break in play. But this is game management. This is what you have to do at times.
I mean, that was a definite injury in the penalty area. Harrisland feels like he took a whack from Castagna as well. You know, if anything, they just want to break the play up, don't they? Because they've got a real bit of momentum so far in this second half. Belgium, it only feels like a matter of time before they do score.
20 minutes played in the second half. Still Belgium 0, Slovakia 1 as De Bruyne is being clipped by Bozanic. And it will be a free kick. Bozanic is quick to protest, but De Bruyne keen to get on with things. It's a warm evening, and a number of the Belgian players have their shirts drenched in sweat, sticking to their bodies here as Fast goes all the way back towards Casteels. And he now hammers the ball long downfield, looking for Bakayoko on this near side. Nodded away though by Hansko. Duda clips the ball over the head of Bakayoko, who almost charged in like the bull there, and Duda was the matador, and as a result Slovakia have it back with Lobotka.
They've been really good, haven't they, Lobotka and Duda?
Oh, excellent.
So composed.
Now Bozanic, he's challenged by Vas, and Belfast does just enough to win it back. And Bozanic as well has worked hard, incredibly hard, with often very little service around him, but that's often his role for Slovakia, particularly playing away from home in international football. De Bruyne finds Bakayoko, there's space on this near side. Hansko was rather sucked into the centre, back to De Bruyne, but the shot blocked on the edge of the penalty area by Duda.
Getting more and more involved now, De Bruyne, as Slovakian defenders are starting to fatigue, both mentally and physically, not checking their shoulder as to where he is. He's having more influence because he's deeper as well. He can play that kind of quarterback role where he plays a longer pass.
Anana turning into the path of De Bruyne again, midway inside the Slovakia half. Now Bakayoko. And De Bruyne, 30 yards out, low towards Lukaku, who tries to get the ball out of his feet and get the shot in, but he can't do so. Now De Bruyne tries to turn and play it back towards Anana. He goes down. Well, the free kick's been given here for the challenge by Duda, who may just have been slightly unfortunate, I'm not too sure.
Yeah, he gets the ball to start with, but then I think the follow-through maybe just catches Anana. He slides in, he gets a bit of the ball, but he goes through Anana's left ankle to get to the ball. And nowadays referees are pretty hot on those situations.
Well, Calzona, the Slovakian coach, right in the face of Serdar Guzubiuk, the fourth official, complaining about that, but it's a free kick for Belgium. The midpoint of the second half on TalkSport. We'll see the French for the first time this evening against Austria in Group D in Dusseldorf at 8 o'clock. De Bruyne with the free kick, headed away at the near post by Vavro. Lobotka will try and chase the ball out. already. A number of Slovakian players looking very tired, and we still have 25 minutes or so to play.
They just need to, again, it's about that. They've got plenty of experience, but very difficult at the moment to try and get up and out of their own half.
Lobotka again, finding Skriniar, who just launches it forward. Bosanic does well, then crumples under the challenge of Debas and then goes down. Nothing given, though, as a high ball wide towards Doku on the far side, but it's over his head, and it will be a throw-in for Slovakia. And another white-shirted player is down. This time it's Robert Bosanic, and there was going to be a double change made by Slovakia. And Bosanic is coming off, and David Strelec of Slovan Bratislava will come on, a player who's been loaned from Spezia back to his original club for a second spell this season. And Bosanic, who has more than played his part, gets a standing ovation. He looks absolutely shattered.
Yeah, he's putting a terrific shift up there on his own. I thought he was excellent first half, taking it into feet and bringing others into the game, but starting to tire, and it's not sticking up there anymore. And it's so vital now they try and do that.
Lucas Haraslan is also coming off, and Thomas Suslov, who plays for Verona in Italy, will come on to replace him. And the fresh legs much needed for Slovakia in what's been a rearguard action for much of the second half. But now Lobotka, still full of running, beyond the challenge of Bakayoko. Wide to Suslov, his first involvement, but the pass in field was behind Hansko, who is now called upfield, but it's won back brilliantly on the edge of the penalty area. Kuczka quickly into the path of Strelec, but he's unable to evade the challenge. But now it's won back again on the far side by Kuczka. Strelec providing the width down the right-hand side. And Slovakia just looking to play keep ball inside the Belgian half for a second to give their defenders a breather. Here is Duda. Holds off one challenge and then a second. A mazy dribble from him away from two Belgians to find Hansko. And then forward again towards Suslov on this near side. Fast tries to clear. Suslov putting him under pressure. The same goes for Castagna as the evening sunshine illuminates the playing surface in Frankfurt once again. And Fast gave the ball away very cheaply there in a dangerous area, but he quickly got it back from Suslov, and it's a goal kick.
Yeah, good energy shown though from Slovakia to win the ball back twice. Once off De Bruyne and once off Doku. And that's what they've got to try and do a little bit more, as hard as it is to try and stop that ball even getting to a position where you're backtracking towards your own goal. Can those fresh forward players try and win it higher up?
19 minutes to play. Belgium 0. Slovakia 1. You're listening to Euro Game Day live on TalkSport, presented by Burger King. Bring home the ultimate food satisfaction. Get your favourites delivered now. Can Belgium prize anything from the opening game here? As De Bruyne tumbles midway inside the Slovak half, but no free kick given. Slovakia did beat Poland in their opening game 3 years ago, as they come forward again now with Bakayoko looking for Lukaku inside the penalty area, on towards Doku, but again Lobotka, he has been outstanding, wins it back. A high ball forward looking for Strelec, but he's beaten to it by Fas. And Belgium's waves of red shirts sweep forward again.
Well, it's the first time Duda's made a mistake, gave the ball away, but his midfield teammate Lobotka was in the right place because it was 5 against 3.
Forward now towards Trossard on the stretch on the edge of the penalty area, but Skriniar comes across and will guide it back towards Dubravka. Plenty of Premier League players on show here today, and it's Premier League fixture results, fixture release day tomorrow at 9 o'clock. It would be some story if we gave you the results as well. And you can follow those on the TalkSport network, online and on social media as well. And the player who'll be in the Premier League next season, Ipswich's Connor Chaplin, will be a guest on TalkSport Breakfast tomorrow as well. 9 a.m. for the fixture release for the Premier League. The EFL coming up in a couple of weeks' time. And of course you can follow All the EFL action on the home of the EFL TalkSport 2 throughout the season. Strelic coming forward now. Back towards Lobotka. 17 minutes to play. The clock is ticking here for Belgium. They've been behind for so long in this game, and that scoreboard pressure has weighed heavy on one or two Belgian shoulders. And when they've done that,
during giving the ball away, they haven't been patient in picking the right pass, and they've outnumbered Slovakia on a couple of occasions in attack and just been too eager to play that ball in towards Lukaku and got it wrong.
Trossard coming off. Yuri Tielemans is coming on for Belgium, the Aston Villa player. His last goals came against England back in March. And it's a like-for-like replacement in many ways, and a number of glum Belgian faces around the stadium now. 16 minutes to play. They're still a goal down to Slovakia. The team who were the world number ones for so many years, despite never winning anything.
And this performance has kind of felt very similar, hasn't it? You know, they've got the star names still, and some fresh ones too. But they've effectively, especially in the first half, were outworked. That attitude wasn't quite right in the first half. Second half's been better, but they just haven't quite taken their chances.
The disallowed goal from Lukaku, the closest they have come. And we are ticking into the final 15 minutes here on TalkSport. It's been a day of shocks. Romania beating Ukraine 3-0 in the first game. Some wonderful finishes in that game. And Romania, who came to the tournament as nobody's favourites, have 3 goals and 3 points on the ball. And it's a similar story here as Suslov wins it back on the near side and is caught by Tielemans, and Tielemans' first involvement is to pick up a yellow card.
he went diving in there, Tielemans, and Suslov has made the most of it. There wasn't that much contact, but he's gone over the top, he's hit the deck, and because Tielemans has dived in, he's been given a yellow card.
No real need, though, for Tielemans to make that sort of challenge in that sort of area. But now Strange coming forward, finding Strelic, who went for the flick at the near post, and it was deflected behind by Fas. And that is the danger for Belgium as they push more and more players forward. Slovakia still have that threat on the counter-attack.
Yeah, good break down the right-hand side. Schranz with the ball in. I didn't think it needed the Cruyff flick from Strelic. He could have either taken a touch and swivelled the opposite side of Wout Fas, or he could have struck that with the inside of his right foot. He's tried to be clever, and it's spun off Fas's leg.
The Slovakian chants thunder down from the stands in Frankfurt. The corner into the near post is hooked away initially, then won back inside the penalty area by Strange. Hansko does well to play it back wide towards Suslov. Down the right-hand side, the big men are still forward. The cross is very deep, but it will be recovered on this near side by the veteran Petar Petkarik. He finds Duda. Duda with a high cross into the penalty area, nodded away at the far post by Carrasco. He had to make that, and Slovakia have a throw-in with 13 minutes to play, leading by a goal to 0.
Absolutely, he had to. Terrific ball in from André Duda, right into a dangerous area. Carrasco facing his own goal, but arced his neck and powered the header away, with 3 Slovakian players just waiting behind him.
Slovakia 48th in the FIFA World Rankings, leading Belgium for so long the world number ones by a goal to 0. This would be the biggest story of Euro 2024 so far. Don't forget, later this week, Wednesday night, it's all about Scotland. Thursday night in this stadium, all about England. 5 o'clock kick-off against Denmark. Stranic on the edge of the penalty area, fires in a shot, but he slipped as he hit it, never really got hold of it, and it skims through the penalty area. It's a goal kick, but from a Slovakian point of view, they are at the right end of the stadium, leading 1-0 with 12 minutes to play.
Yeah, they've just had a good period, haven't they? 6 or 7 minutes of sustained pressure and holding Belgium back in their own half. But there's still time for Belgium, and they will tire Slovakia, you would expect.
Now Lukaku on this near side. I think they're tired now. Here is Bakayoko finding De Bruyne. The pass back towards Castagna. Lukaku looking for Castagna on the overlap. Whips in the cross, headed away by Hansko at the near post. And again, there's a little fist pump from the Slovakian defenders when they stoop to head the ball away or hammer the ball to safety.
I mean, Castagna there played the 1-2 with Lukaku. Went to whip it in. There wasn't one Belgian player in the area.
De Bruyne with the crossing now, looking for Lukaku. Lobotka is able to clear. Flicked on by Strelic. Over the head of Fass, but it's claimed by Tielemans.
Not good enough. Again, just Lukaku in the box. When you get to this stage of the game and they're looking tired.
De Bruyne now looking to weave his way into the box. Fighting Bakayoko. Square towards Onana. Lukaku on the edge of the area. Back towards Bakayoko. Players from both sides are down as Carrasco fires in a shot. It loops up in the air via a deflection behind for a corner.
Opened up that for Carrasco on the edge of the area. Almost felt as if the free kick may have been given. Just slowed up slightly, then accelerated and tried to take the strike. In that time, defender was out to block. How many times have they blocked? Slovakia, been such a theme of the game from them.
The thousands of Belgian fans behind that goal looking very worried now. 10 minutes to play. De Bruyne will take the corner kick at that end. De Bruyne's delivery, the header towards goal. It was a good leap from Onana, but it was well wide, and Slovakia will breathe again.
He looks like he's going to get on the end of everything that's played into the area. Amadou Onana, terrific attacking the ball, great leap. Again there, he's too far out. He just needs to cushion that in towards the 6-yard line.
The goal scorer, and at the moment the match winner, Ivan Schranz, is coming on. And David Duris is coming on. And he plays for Ascoli in Serie B, the Italian second division. That's some context. Slovakia do have players playing in the top leagues for big clubs like Paris Saint-Germain, Newcastle and Napoli. But they've also got players well underneath the radar, players who would never get anywhere near the Belgian squad for a start.
No, but they've shown every ounce of passion for their team, for their country in this game. It shows what it means to these sides to compete at the European Championships.
Now Lobotka, who I think is a contender for player of the match, and to be brutally honest, all the contenders at the moment are wearing white shirts.
Yeah.
8.5 minutes to play. There'll be more Belgian changes shortly. A high ball played over the top again, looking for Doku, but Pekarik, 15 years his senior, manages to hook the ball to safety. It's a throw-in for Belgium. They're running out of time here. They are heading for 3 successive games at a major tournament without scoring for the first time in their history. And again, it's a hopeful ball forward from Onana, which is cut out on this near side. Suslov forward to Duda, and now wide towards Hansko. Back towards Duda again, who can break into the penalty area down the left. The challenge comes in from a retreating Bakayoko, and it's a Slovakian corner. That is streetwise play in the 83rd minute when you're playing a team with better players and you're leading 1-0.
Yeah, it's brilliant from Duda. He wants a piece of that king of the match, doesn't he? Duda alongside his mate Lobotka. Just when it's been needed, hasn't it? The last 10 minutes, that little bit of composure, that little bit of experience.
Suslov with the corner, high into the penalty area, nodded away by Fass. Wide towards Duda, and here is Suslov again down the Slovak left, looking to attack Bakayoko, and he's gone beyond him. He pulls it back, but Tielemans was there, and Belgium were able to clear. Bakayoko carrying the ball from deep, and he was caught late there by Duda, and it will be a free kick for Belgium midway inside their own half. And here are more Belgian changes, and it's Lois Openda and Dodi Lukabakio who are coming on. Jeremy Doku and Yannick Carrasco are going off. It's Doku's error which may have cost Belgium this game ultimately. Lois Openda of Leipzig coming on, along with Luca Bacchio of Sevilla.
Some young, fresh Belgian players to hopefully save the day. At this point, you'd be happy with a draw and to move on. Can they produce something?
Well, they've got Romania next in Cologne, Belgium. And that's on Saturday. Romania, of course, already have their win after beating Ukraine 3-0. Then they play Ukraine in Stuttgart. Here's the run forward for Luca Bacchio. His first touch on this near side. But he catches his player, and I think Hansko has gone down rather dramatically, but I think he was fouled. Well, Luca Bacchio has been shown a yellow card for that challenge.
He's done a Tielemans. He's just come on and
lunged in.
Oh, look, you want to make an impact. You're desperate to help the team.
Oh, yeah, he caught Hansko on the foot, in fairness.
He's a little bit unlucky. He gets a little bit of the ball, but the follow-through then just lands right on Hansko's foot as if he hasn't had enough pain already in this game. David Hansko.
5.5 minutes to play. There are Belgian supporters looking to the skies here. They can't believe it. Yet again, their team have turned up at a major tournament after dominating qualification, and they are failing to deliver. This is a team who have not lost a European qualifier since Gareth Bale scored the only goal for Wales back in 2015. 35 wins and 5 draws since. But when it really matters, they are failing here yet again. The Slovak supporters can't believe this. They'd have taken a point before today. They won't now.
But they've played in a manner, I think, that shows a lot of other teams in the tournament that maybe feel like they're underdogs, is what you can do if you defend as a team, but also you have that bravery to get bodies forward when you attack.
Strelec now closing down Castagna, who has to go all the way back to Casteels, who has been a spectator for long spells in the second half. 4.5 minutes to play. Belgium 0, Slovakia 1 on TalkSport. This would be the first big shock of Euro 2024, but Openda now, the low ball in, Lukaku! And Romelu Lukaku comes up with the equalising goal with 4 minutes to play. And there is so much relief along with the joy sweeping across those Belgian supporters. Openda with a brilliant cross in, swept in imperiously by Lukaku, and Slovakian hearts may have been broken late on. It is Belgium 1, Slovakia 1.
He would not be denied, would he, Romelu Lukaku? But he's got a lot to thank from his young strike partner, Lois Openda. He does brilliantly against Vavro, who looks tired, who looks fatigued. He ran him down the sides. He got right down to the byline and he cut it back. Lukaku went to make a run into the 6-yard box, and then he just stood still on the penalty spot. The ball was perfect to him. He waited for it to come onto that favoured left foot. He took his time and he just side-footed it high into the top left-hand corner. There was no way he was going to miss that. And it's grab the ball and get back to the centre circle. Let's go.
They want the winner now. Domenico Tedesco with an extravagant celebration, I think. As much as relief. They're checking this again. 1 or 2 Slovaks did appeal for handball as Openda controlled that down the right.
I mean, he was battling. He's obviously a smaller figure than Denis Vavro, and he was battling with him down the side. It was a long ball over the top by De Bast. And in that challenge, I mean, it
hits him on the hand, I think. Maybe just brushed the fingers of his left hand.
It does. He's battling with a 6'3" centre-back, and it grazes his fingers.
This is incredible drama. Umit Mela is going to the screen. Will Belgium be denied a second goal by VAR?
It's no goal!
If they think that ball hit his hand, they've also got the equivalent of snickometer down there as well to try and indicate if the ball hits his hand. This is a massive moment in the game, in the 89th minute.
It's gigantic, but it feels wrong. It feels so wrong. He is battling with a big 6'3" centre-back. He's trying to run down the channel. It flicks his hand, his fingers.
Umit Mela has made the decision. No goal! Handball against Lependa. Lukaku denied for a second time. And the Slovakian fans celebrate that like a goal. The Belgians here are absolutely dumbfounded. They are distraught. It is still Belgium 0, Slovakia 1, and we're in the 90th minute.
Letter of the law, but it's nonsense. What's he meant to do when he's battling in that situation? He gets a shove, he's got an arm round by the defender, he's then trying to hold him off, it grazes his fingers.
Goodness me.
He doesn't gain an advantage at all from the way that the ball grazes his fingers. The ball's going that way anyway.
But the rules are the rules.
I know, but it just feels so wrong. So wrong.
Had he been a defensive player, that wouldn't have been penalised. But as an attacking player, you will always be penalised in that situation. And we have 30 seconds of normal time to play. It is still Belgium 0, Slovakia 1.
I mean, look, they've earned their look, Slovakia, because they put in such an incredible performance, a battling performance.
Can Belgium raise themselves a third time in this game? They'll be talking about this one for some time, whatever happens. And there's going to be a huge amount of added time. Here is Luka Bacchio. His crossfield ball is cut out by Lobotka. And Skriniar, who looks absolutely shattered, is closed down by Openda. 7 added minutes.
Not what those Slovakian defenders wanted to see with this young, pacey forward line now. Luka Bakayoko, Openda, Lukaku.
Everybody forward here for Belgium. Everybody back for Slovakia. Corner kick, high to the far post. Dubravka comes a long way and gets some desperate fingernails to that. Now at the far post. Here is De Bruyne. High cross back in again. Bout fast challenging for it. It breaks on the edge of the penalty area to Bakayoko, who tries an audacious volley left-footed, and it's sliced high and wide. And Tedesco just looks like a coach who knows it may not happen here today. But VAR has certainly played its part, but Slovakia would argue that they have worked hard enough to maybe earn the odd piece of luck, and they're going to make another change. Adam Obet, 21-year-old, will be coming on. Big time to come into a game for a youngster.
Just a bit, but they need a little bit of help in the defensive areas. You can see they're being overrun now with that 4-pronged attack for Belgium.
Now De Bast with a high hanging ball across his own penalty area. It's cleared away, and Duda then goes down under the challenge of Tielemans. Tielemans waves away the attempted appeal, and the referee agrees. And here is Lukaku again, looking to bring it forward on towards Openda inside the penalty area. And it was well anticipated by Dubravka, who dives at the feet of the Leipzig striker.
Lovely turn from Lukaku. Into feet by Tielemans, in towards the striker. He just is sat off by Skriniar. Looked to play that in behind Vavro. Openda was free. If the ball was better, he was through.
The story of this game, the early goal for Slovakia, scored by Ivan Šranc after Jeremy Doku's error. Twice in the second half, Romelu Lukaku has had goals disallowed. The first for offside, the second for handball against Lois Openda. But you could see the look on Openda's face. He knew as soon as it went to VAR it was going to be disallowed.
Yeah, obviously you know as a player if it's touched the fingertips, and he's away again.
Here is Openda again. Low cross into the penalty area. It comes out towards De Bruyne. De Bruyne driven wide to the right, fires in the shot, no power. Comfortable save for Dubravka. And we have played 3 of these 7 added minutes here, and it remains on TalkSport. Belgium 0, Slovakia 1.
No, the last-ditch tackle, wasn't it, from Anško? Just did enough to put De Bruyne off, not allowing him to get a clean strike towards the far corner. Just bobbled into the hands of Dubravka, and now here comes the cramps.
Duda is down. That's what Dean's referring to, not some mid-60s Mersey beat band, as Duda received some treatment on the touchline here, and we're watching again on the monitor De Bruyne's effort. Second half, I mean, De Bruyne's had a lot of the ball. He's changed position 2 or 3 times, but he's not had the support around him, or it's not quite happened for him.
I just don't think it's quite happened for Belgium today. Second half, they've been much better. There's been those openings, there's been those opportunities when they've outnumbered the Slovakian defence. It's just not been as clinical as it's needed to be, and those couple of moments where on another day they go your way.
Duda's off because of the cramps, and Adam Obert comes on.
One for the teenagers.
And Duda here has been magnificent, and there will be more added time here. On to the 7 minutes as Slovakia take their time with the restart. And we're just watching the replay again on the monitor of Openda, and there is a clear spike on the footballing version of Sneakometer, fingerometer I suppose, and
looks a bit Krypton Factor
it does,
in its makeup,
it?
Doesn't it, that image?
But there was a spike there. I'm not quite sure, didn't quite match up with the pictures, but presumably VAR knew what it meant, and as a result it is still 1-0 to Slovakia. We're into the 95th minute here. This has been a game with so many talking points, and they'll be digested before our game at 8 o'clock when Austria play France in Dusseldorf. Our third commentary of the day on the TalkSport network. But Group E is getting off to a start that no one predicted. Romania beating Ukraine 3-0, and here Belgium heading for defeat against Slovakia.
It'd be some double, wouldn't it, at the start of the day? Romania and Slovakia both to win 2-0.
But Belgium have had so many chances in this game, but there's just been a lack of conviction at times in their finishing, and that's been the problem for them.
They've still looked like there's some scar tissue there, doesn't it, from previous tournaments for Belgium. I thought this would be a fresh start with a sprinkling of experience, and it's not quite worked out so far in this game, but there's time still.
Well, they've had 13 attempts on goal, only 4 on target. Here is Lukaku now, 2 disallowed goals for him in the second half. Looks to find Bakayoko on this near side, but it's cleared away and then hammered further to safety by Odber, and sliding in is Suslov to win it back, and now Suslov wins it back from Strelec, and Suslov is away here for Slovakia. He's got support in field, but he's just held up by the challenge of Anana.
Brilliant from Anana, so good there. Looked like he was away. Suslov, those big rangy strides of Anana did for him.
We're heading towards the end of the minimum 7 added minutes. Slovakia still leading here. You can hear the whistles from their supporters. Belgium here with a hopeful ball forward, but it's a hopeless ball forward in the end from Castagna, way over hit behind for a goal kick, and Slovakia will take an age over this.
Oh, how often do we see players nowadays, they don't realise what you've got to do to keep the pressure on. If you're going to play that ball in, it's got to be high and floaty. It can't be drilled in. If you're going to play it over the top, it can't be down the middle. It's got to be down the side. So many little things to try and put pressure on instead.
And that is the end of the match. For some reason, we've been cut off. It's been cut us off of that match. But there it is, the end of an absolute. And what an absolute match that was. And there you go. What do they call them? I've forgotten the word, Ajaccio or whatever. They are the winners of this match, and they have now collected the 3 points. So now it's going to be time for the next match later on at 8 o'clock UK time. So guys, please like and subscribe. It means a lot. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you all in the next absolutely dramatic, insane events, an insane time, and I'll see you all soon. Bye, and I'll see you all in the next seasons and the next stream. Bye for now. Robotic Maniac FC offline.